I am Celeste Jacobs, and I will be performing two scenes. A scene from Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen, adapted by Celeste Jacobs, and a dramatic monologue from The Reichenbach Fall, written by Stephen Moffat and Mark Gatiss. My dears, have you heard the news? Something so strange. But you shall hear all about it. Mr. Edward Ferrars, the very man I used to joke you about, Miss Dashwood. I am monstrously glad there was never anything in it. Mr. Edward Ferrars has been engaged for above this 12-month to Miss Lucy Steele. Can you imagine? The whole thing was kept secret for fear of Mrs. Ferrars, and neither she nor your brother, or your sister-in-law for that matter, suspected a word about it until just the other day. Lucy's sister Nancy, who you well know, being a well-meaning creature but never a conjurer, popped the whole thing out. Well, she said to herself, they're all so very fond of Lucy, surely there could be no displeasure in it. So she went right away to your sister-in-law, Mrs. Dashwood, who was sitting alone working on her carpet work. And she told her the entire story. Well, Mrs. Dashwood fell into a violent fit of hysterics immediately, and Mrs. Ferrars was sent for. What she'd been through when she first heard the story could not be imagined. Well, they consulted each other as to what should be done about it, and it was decided that Edward should be sent for. Mrs. Ferrars did all she could to get him to cancel the engagement, but he stuck with it to whatever cost to him. I'm glad it hadn't been any other way, for then I shall have to think of him as a rascal. But he has proven himself to be an honest man. Dead. You told me once that you went to Hero. There were times I didn't even think you were human, but let me tell you this. You were the best man, the most human being I've ever known, and no one will ever convince me you told me a lie. So there. I was so alone, and I owe you so much. There's just one more thing. Please, one more thing. One more miracle, Sherlock, for me. Don't be dead. Could you do that? Just for me. Just stop it. Stop this.